Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a Sunday sermon. Today, we're going to be hearing from Archangel Remiel. Now, I know many of you are not familiar with all the archangels. There's only three that are in the Gospels in the Bible, but there's many, many more. The ancients had problems recognizing all the different ones, and rightfully so. It's hard to think individuals that you can't see. So, anyway, the archangel is here, and he's going to bring you a message. Good morning, everybody. Yes, Barry's correct. There are many, many of us that people don't recognize. There are many that are mistaken for others. The ancients had no way of knowing who they were speaking with or getting messages from. Yes, the Bible only lists three, but there are many, many more of us. We are all holy energies. We are dedicated to doing what God asks. The ancients had problems with the names. You'll notice many of them end in IEL in your language. That means of God. We are all of God. There's no such thing as a fallen angel. Angels are, by definition, energies of God. Now, we all have different things that we try to do, but we all work together as well. I try to help you when you pray. I try to give you the energies that you need. I try to guide you. I try to have you follow your life plans. I try to have you do what God wants you to do. Now, it's very difficult for me to help if you don't ask. You may just simply ask for the help of the angels. Every word of your prayer is heard. You keep hearing that every week. I know many of you have problems believing it, but prayers are real. That is how you speak to the holy energies. You may ask for Mary, you may ask for Joseph, any of the saints. Ask for Jesus, ask for any of the archangels, ask for specific archangels. The ancients named me Remiel. It doesn't matter what my name is, does it? I am here to help. I am here to help lead you in following the words of God. That's what we all do. Now, what we find sad from this side is that there's so many of us here to help, and so many people go astray and really need our help but don't ask. Why are humans finding it so difficult to follow the simple commands of God? Well, it's free will, it's evil energy. You know the answers if you pay any attention to the messages that Barry brings to you. But why do you apply that free will in a negative manner? There are many temptations. Wealth. Wealth is an incredible temptation for humans. They look around and they see how people of great wealth are living and they try to emulate that. Well, sadly, many wealthy people are some of the most unhappy people you'll ever meet. All they try to do is have more wealth. Well, guess what? That's a dead end street. Because when you pass, you'll have no wealth. Zero. Whatever great wealth that you accumulated through your lifetime will go to zero on your passing. Can't take it with you. I know you've heard that before. I know there's many humans out there that'll try their damnedest to take it with them, but it's not going to work. When you came into the earth, You were as a newborn babe. You knew nothing. You had nothing. You had the love of your parents. When you go to heaven, when you pass, once again, you'll have nothing, but you'll have the love of God. You'll have the love of your family. You'll have the love of those who have gone before you. If you listen to the words of God, you'll know that you should not fear your time of passing. You will be entering a miraculous place, heaven. Now, where you wind up in heaven, as you've been told many times, is dependent on how you live your lifetimes. The simplicity of what God asks for you, there's nothing more simple. It's common sense. I know you're tired of hearing all this, but I'm sorry. It's the truth. You don't need all the complexities of praying every moment of your life or isolating yourself from other humans or flagellating your body to simulate the suffering that Jesus went through. None of that is necessary. What is necessary is the love in your heart, the love of God in your heart and how you live your life. You can live it in any religion in which you choose. God sent all the messengers back. All the messengers brought similar messages. Now they varied. Many messages were meant for the ancients. Much has changed since that time, but the thrust of the messages has not changed. What the messages are to bring to you has not changed. Now, when Jesus walked the earth, he spoke very simple messages. Muhammad had a different situation to deal with. He spoke a different message, but it meant the same thing that Jesus meant. Buddha, he doesn't even refer to God, but he refers to living a good life. Many of the Hindu masters, they all basically spoke the same message. Today, God speaks the same message that he sends his messengers back with. Today, because he's allowed you to have technologies, he can bring you the messages himself. He sends us back to speak. When we speak, the messages are the same as the holy saints. You see, there are incarnate souls, incarnate soul energies. That's what you humans are. And they're angelic energies, and that's what we are. We never had to live lives to serve God. Our energies always serve God. It's done it for billions of years. Yes, that's a long time. Angels do many, many things. They do many things to help humans, to help human energies. I'm going to refer to them as human energies because on your planet, the life form is called humans. We've done this on many other planets. We have been able to lead others on other planets to understand that love and coexistence is the only way that a life form can advance and learn the really good technologies. You humans think you're very smart now, but you're not. You're just scratching the surface. What you're finding out is that the more you know, the more you don't know. And the more you don't know, the more you want to know. Okay? Pretty simple. The best way to gain access to the really incredible technologies is to follow God's words. There's going to be a limit to what humans are going to be allowed to do or be able to do. That limit will be determined how those humans decide to follow God. If you decide to follow evil, then the doors will close. When you decide to follow evil, we do not guide you. We do not do the things that you need to advance. We don't want to help you with evil. Does that make sense? I hope so. When people turn to evil, they will find that they have to rely on their own decision making without us stepping forward. Now, we'll try to influence you to return to good. But when people really become truly dedicated to evil, it's very hard to have them change. You see today many people that are incredibly dedicated to evil. There are people that have no compulsion against killing hundreds of thousands of people. Think how they're going to pay. They'll go to the lower level and they are going to spend thousands upon thousands, if not millions, of years contemplating how many people they've hurt. And then they got to pay the karma. There'll be a time God lets them out, way in the future, when they just understand what they've done, when they understand what they need to do to lead a good life. And then they will pay the karma and they'll work their way up through heaven. And they have lost millions of years. They've lost millions of years because they thought 30 years of power was better than millenniums of doing what they were sent back to do. People with great wealth have been blessed. We've led them, we've helped them make their great decisions in life. We have given them great wealth to see what they'll do with it. It's that simple. If you do nothing with it but buy yachts, huge mansions, then you'll be judged accordingly. When you return, you have a karma to pay. You see those homeless people out on the street? Many of those in their prior lives had great wealth, but they didn't use it to help others. All you have to do is show charity, help others, do what's right, do what God asks of you. Not that simple. It's simple, not that hard. Use your common sense to help others. Ask us for guidance. We'll give it to you. I don't care how you spell my name. You see, I'm here to help. All angels are here to help. You can ask for a guardian angel. Ask for an angel that will protect you. Ask for an angel that will heal. You don't have to know them by name. They'll come help. Your guides will help you. God, especially, is waiting to help. If you ask for God to come into your life, to have you help others, to do what is truly right, then you will have the advice that you need to live the life you were supposed to lead. It's so simple. We watch over here and we just shake our heads if we had one. You see, we're energies. We can have them, we can come in forms. You've probably all had angels interact with you and you didn't realize they were angels. You will never understand the power of the Holy Spirits until you return home. Many of you have seen miracles. Pretty simple, actually. When you get up in the morning and look at what's around you, it's a miracle. God created an incredible planet. He brought humans in to take care of the planet. He brought humans to live on the planet. He didn't bring humans in to destroy the planet. He's giving you technologies. He's giving you all the tools that you need to advance in your life, towards the teachings of God. Now, we're not saying that you can't be very comfortable in your lives. We want you to be. We want you to be happy. We want you to allow the babies in the womb to be born. We do not want you taking lives. That should be pretty obvious. We want you to show charity towards others. We just simply want you to do what's right. So I want to thank you for allowing me to speak. I know many of you have serious doubts that angels even exist. Many of you won't believe that you're listening to an angel today, and that's up to you. That's your free will. But I'm here to tell you that you are. There'll be more of us. Barry's channeled us before. You can go on, you can listen to the words of the previous messages. You can learn about us, and especially you can make your decision to live a good life. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for allowing me to come through. Pay attention to what we say. Show charity, show love, coexist. That's simple. So thank you. I know that God is here as well, and I know that God is blessing all of you that are listening. That's that simple. So you'll be hearing more from us in the future. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you for that, Remiel. Wonderful message. And yes, I'll be bringing more archangels and Holy Spirits to you. Next week, Moses wants to speak with you. That should be a treat. We spent a lot of time channeling with him. Incredible, early servant of God. So I hope you had a good New Year's. I hope you're looking forward to what's ahead for you. And I hope you made the decision to follow God in this New Year's. So goodbye. I'll be back next week. And thank you for listening.